Están mis hijas esperándolos en la casa. 6 niñas tengo, dependen de nosotros.
Ayúdenme.
No vengan porque se los van a llevar a todos. Están
Armando ya sus casos y eso los pone ya en la situación.
This is what doesn't make sense to me. Like, everybody knew this was gonna happen months before. Did people honestly believe that Kamala Harris was gonna become the president? Everybody knew what was going on. Kamala Harris was running against Donald Trump. She spoke her views during her campaign, which was nothing. And then Donald Trump was telling the world what his plans were for this country. To keep it safe, to keep it protected, to help get people to have more money in their pockets, the American people. And to also get rid of terrorists that are in this country, people that were going around coming from other countries, murdering innocent American people. If I was an illegal immigrant and I started hearing, there's going to be an election coming up in this country where this Kamala Harris is going against Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is saying these things that if you're an illegal immigrant and we're going to be deporting you if you have committed crimes. And even if you haven't committed any other crimes besides crossing the border illegally, you are still on the table of being deported. Now, knowing and understanding that as an illegal immigrant, you would think they would be like, you know what? Shit, we need to hurry up and figure out a way to become a U.S. citizen, or we need to start packing our bags and go home. Do these people think that these mass deportations weren't serious or they weren't going to happen? I don't understand that. And nowadays, months, as mass deportations are happening, this is like a huge shock for illegals. It's a huge shock, and it shouldn't be. This is what the majority of the American people voted for. And this is what we're getting. We're getting what we voted for. Typically, when we vote for elected officials to become president, there are so many promises they make, and this is coming mostly from the Democratic Party that makes promises they don't keep. And once they get into power, then they tell the American people, oh yeah, we can't do those things we promised yet. We'll try to get to it. We'll get to it. They just prolong situations, and then they fulfill their presidency with their own agendas that don't even benefit or help the American people. Instead, it makes life harder for American citizens. Blows my mind. It blows my mind. And this is why the American people and people that are, really listening to the Democratic Party, be open-minded. Listen to different perspectives. Listen to Republicans and hear what they have to say. You're not going to agree with everything. I don't agree with everything Republicans say. But the majority of what they say is what I agree with. And I'd rather vote for that than vote for the Democratic Party, which I don't agree with on a lot of points.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Show your face.
Two construction company owners recorded as masked agents began detaining a local gardener at his job site. One of the owners pulled into the parking lot and demanded identification from the agents. The owner said one agent said they were looking for a drunk driver.
We have asked for IDs. Can you please tell me that you refuse to give us your IDs?
We don't need to give you IDs.
You don't need to give us
federal.
IDs.
We do not need to give you IDs.
So how do we know you're federal?
A community member told one of the owners that the man they detained doesn't drive, has no car, and gets around on his bicycle.
This gentleman can barely get in the car. He's being forced in and his hands jammed behind his back.
Yep.
And all they say is they're looking for someone who is a drunk driver, but these aren't the guys.
In a statement shared with CNN, ICE said the individuals in the video, quote, were in fact federal law enforcement officers, and that the man in the video is a, quote, illegally present Colombian alien who violated the terms of his release by failing to report to immigration authorities as ordered.
Okay, see? And then after the fact, the truth comes out. So it makes this whole video irrelevant, because initially when you see this video without finding more information, I mean, that's why you have to have good, honest journalists and reporters to say, hey, who are you guys? And again, this goes back to the mask thing. I don't agree with federal agents covering their faces. Whether it's for their protection of, you know, people seeking revenge towards them or their families because of the rightness of what they're doing for this country, still, they need to be unmasked. Everybody needs to be unmasked. Sick of this, let's cover it up and not show the world that we're not afraid. Being as law enforcement, you shouldn't be afraid to show your face and say, no, we're conducting law and order by the direction of the President of the United States, and we're keeping this state, this country safe. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, peace out.